Scene 1. Introduction and why host your own. Visuals. Energetic intro music, quick cuts showing various streaming platforms, then a graphic highlighting privacy, control, no subscriptions. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Are you tired of endless subscription fees, limited content libraries, or worrying about your viewing data being tracked? What if you could have complete control over your media, stream your entire collection to any device, anywhere, and never pay another dime for a streaming service again? In this comprehensive guide, we're going to walk you through exactly how to set up your very own self-hosted streaming server. This isn't just about saving money, it's about reclaiming ownership of your entertainment experience. We'll cover everything from hardware essentials to software choices like Plex and Jellyfin, initial configuration, and even remote access so you can truly build your own personal Netflix. Let's dive in. Scene 2. Hardware requirements. Visuals. Graphics showing different server hardware options, old PC, NAS, custom build, then specific components like CPU, RAM, HDDs. First up, let's talk hardware. You don't necessarily need a supercomputer to start, but having the right foundation is crucial for a smooth streaming experience, especially if you plan on streaming to multiple devices or transcoding media on the fly. You can repurpose an old desktop PC, invest in a network-attached storage (NAS) device, or even build a dedicated low-power mini PC. Key components to consider are the CPU, RAM, and storage. For the CPU, look for something with decent single-thread performance and, ideally, integrated graphics with hardware transcoding capabilities like Intel QuickSync or AMD VCE. This makes a massive difference for 4K streams. 8 GB of RAM is generally a good starting point. For storage, think big. HDDs offer the best cost per terabyte, and consider a RAID setup for data redundancy. Finally, a gigabit Ethernet connection is non-negotiable for smooth local streaming. While operating system choice is flexible, Windows, Linux, or a NAS OS, Linux distributions like Ubuntu Server are often preferred for their stability and resource efficiency. Scene 3. Choosing your software. Plex versus Jellyfin. Visuals. Split-screen comparison of Plex UI versus Jellyfin UI, showing key features of each. With your hardware sorted, it's time to pick your media server software. The two biggest players in the self-hosted streaming world are Plex and Jellyfin, and each has its strengths. Plex is incredibly popular for its user-friendly interface, robust client support across almost every device, and excellent metadata matching. It's proprietary, though, and some advanced features like hardware transcoding require a paid Plex pass. On the other hand, Jellyfin is a completely free, open-source alternative. It offers similar functionality to Plex but gives you more control and privacy, as it doesn't rely on external servers for authentication or metadata. However, its client support might be slightly less polished, and setting up remote access can be a bit more involved. If you prioritize ease of use and broad device compatibility, Plex is a great choice. If you value open-source freedom, full control, and zero recurring costs, Jellyfin is fantastic. For this tutorial, we'll generally refer to common setup steps that apply to both. Scene 4. Initial configuration and content management. Visuals. Screen recording of installing Plex, Jellyfin, adding media libraries, showing metadata being pulled, creating user accounts. Once you've installed your chosen media server software, the real fun begins. The first step is to launch the server application and access its web interface, usually through your browser at localhost 32,400 for Plex or a similar address for Jellyfin. You'll then be guided through an initial setup where you name your server and create or log into your account. The most critical part here is adding your media libraries. Navigate to the library section and point the server to the folders containing your movies, TV shows, music, and photos. Proper folder structure is key for accurate metadata matching. For example, movies, movie title, year, MP4. The server will then scan these directories, fetch cover art, summaries, and other details. Don't forget to set up user accounts for family and friends, defining what content they can access. Finally, download the client app on your streaming devices, your smart TV, phone, tablet, or another computer, and connect them to your new server. Scene 5. Remote access, security and advanced tips. Visuals. Graphics explaining port forwarding, VPN, reverse proxy. Then a shot of a phone streaming remotely, followed by a backup, reminder and update screen. Now that your server is up and running locally, let's unlock its full potential, remote access. This allows you to stream your content from anywhere in the world. The most common method involves configuring port forwarding on your home router, opening a specific port that directs external traffic to your server. Be cautious here, as port forwarding can expose your network. A more secure approach is using a virtual private network, VPN, or setting up a reverse proxy with services like Nginx or Caddy. Always ensure your server software and operating system are kept up to date for security patches and new features. Use strong, unique passwords for all accounts. For advanced users, explore transcoding settings to optimize for different devices and bandwidths, fine-tune subtitle options, and most importantly, implement a solid backup strategy for your precious media library. Setting up your own streaming server is a rewarding project that gives you unparalleled control over your digital media. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tech tutorials, and let us know in the comments what kind of server you're running. Thanks for watching, and happy streaming.